All right, let's see. Are we back? And Andreas, when the stream ends, does it make you like dismiss and then send you at the homepage, or how do you get back? Or do you just refresh the page? Because we had like 30 people and I feel like everyone's gone. Unless this is just my fucking Chrome screwing up. Refresh or the home button? Oh, okay. All right. Well, we'll get this in a minute. We'll see if we can get some more people on. Well, yeah, Andreas, I had to restart OBS, so it took a minute. I didn't just instantly reconnect. I restarted OBS because I sounded like a robot, I guess. Oh, okay, Naruto. Well, I have Nicomachean Ethics. I guess I haven't got to this part yet. In that book, I mean, it's a heavy read. But there's one more point I wanted to make before we got off today. We'll talk about the golden mean. I mean, you know what? I mean, fuck. If you can't come back in 3 minutes, that means you probably just left and did something else. So it's fine. But anyway, so this is the last thing for today. This will be our Philosophical Friday brief discussion for today. There's a very interesting concept. This isn't new to you. It shouldn't be. But there's an interesting concept from Western philosophy, more so Aristotle, called the golden mean. So say, for example, you have, I don't want to write it out. Say, for example, you have courage. Courage is the midpoint of cowardice and recklessness. Does that make sense? So if you think about that, you're like, okay, hold on. Courage is in between cowardice and recklessness. I don't quite get that. Well, think about it. No courage at all makes you a coward, right? No courage at all makes you a coward. Too much courage makes you reckless. So in between that is kind of like you do take action and not be a coward, but it's planned, it's methodical, right? You're not being reckless. And so that's like, okay, well, that makes sense. But how do you use that? What do you do with that? Well, here, I'll put it in the chat, Nina. Courage is the midpoint between cowardice and recklessness. I meant to say reckless, not Rick. Sorry. I told you my energy drink's been kicking in. I'm fucking all over the place. Yeah, temperance trader dad is moderation basically. So what I think of sometimes is the bell curve. You guys know what a bell curve is, right? You've seen it before. It looks like that. It looks like that. Oops. So a bell curve is really used a lot in statistics. Like if you ever had a teacher or a professor that told you I'm going to grade on a curve or, you know, some shit like that. So a bell curve basically represents, you know, something like that, where you have, say, let's say the bottom 10%, the top 10%, and then the mid like 80%, right? Now you could break this down a bunch of different ways, but just to keep it simple, the majority is in the middle, and then there's outliers, right? Say for example, on this side you have too much. And then on this side you have too little or not enough. So basically what Aristotle is saying is, how the fuck do we get, keep drawing his damn shit? What Aristotle is saying is courage is in between being a coward, having no courage, and recklessness, having too much courage. Okay? So with this information, this is just how I think of it. This idea of the golden mean or temperance or moderation can be applied to a lot of other areas. You know, say sleep, for example. Too little sleep and you're going to be tired. You're not going to remember shit. You're going to be slow. It's going to be bad. Too much sleep, same thing. You're going to waste the day away. You're still probably going to be tired. It's not healthy. In either case, sleeping too little or sleeping too much is not healthy for you. But getting the right amount of sleep, that's good. So this idea of the golden mean, not having none or not having too much and finding the midpoint, this can be applied to other things too. Say food, for example. No food, not healthy. Too much food, you're going to be overweight, lethargic, tired. It's not good. And the midpoint is eating a decent amount, but not overdoing it. So why this topic? Because again, I'm saying you can take this idea of finding the golden mean and apply that to other areas of your life. If you work too little, you're not going to make money to pay the bills. If you work too much, sure, you'll make money, but you'll miss out on family and friends and you'll get overworked. You'll be too tired. So you got to find a middle ground where it's like, okay, I make enough to cover the bills and some expenses and some a little bit extra money, but I'm not rich. That's a pretty decent idea. Now it's obvious when it comes to wealth. Well, John, you could never have too much wealth, so I want to make all this money. Okay. I'm not saying that having or getting a lot of money is a bad thing. But what does get people in trouble is how they get it. You know, if you're out robbing and stealing, that's not good. So find the middle ground, find the golden mean. Say you're trading. Too little trades, you're underperforming. Too many trades, you're probably over trading and you'll probably get underperformance there as well. 10 p.m. to 5 a.m. is how I roll, get my 7 hours and back to cooking. Robbing these banks on the charts, right? So what other areas of life do you think you have too little of or even too much of? People who don't read fall in the category of too little. You don't read enough. Some people who read too much are going to miss out on friendships and experiences. So you got to find the right amount, somewhere in the middle where I can get some good information, but I can also trade and hang out with friends and family and do other shit. Because in various areas of our lives, some of us are in different places. Some of us have too little of one thing and maybe too much of another thing. What other ideas can you guys think of? And I'm going to delete these circles now. What are some things you could be working on? How do you get there? How do you even find a golden mean? Can a golden mean even exist for some things? Say work-life balance. Is there a golden mean for the work-life balance? Is there ever really a balance? As we wait for the Dow to make up its mind whether it wants to trade higher or not. As we approach 1 o'clock. Well, anyway, it's Friday. We pretty much made it to 1 o'clock. Gave you some ideas for at least your Twitter, maybe not social media, but you can schedule videos and reels, or not reels. Well, reels, yeah, I think so, but you can schedule shorts too, which I have a lot more shorts dropping as well pretty soon. So that's pretty much going to be it for me, man. So you guys be blessed. Have a good weekend. I will see you guys on Monday. We'll see you guys on Monday for our next live stream. So study this weekend. Don't forget to print off those charts and journal, spend time with family, and all of those good things. And I'll see you Monday.